Emily Thompson was 17, the sort of girl who noticed small details the way most people notice loud fireworks. She was the one who'd point out how the morning dew sparkled like tiny diamonds on the soccer field, or how a single daisy grew stubbornly between cracks in the school's parking lot. Her room looked like an accidental greenhouse. Succulents on the dresser. A stubborn cactus called Spike on her desk. Lavender and peppermint crowded her sunny windowsill, their scents mixing every time the breeze slipped through the curtains. But on one breezy Saturday afternoon, everything changed. Emily and her mom drove to the local farmer's market, a patchwork of colorful umbrellas and the smell of baked bread, fresh peaches, and hot kettle corn. Emily loved wandering there, even if her mom mostly came for vegetables. On a quieter corner of the market, a booth caught her attention. Unlike the others, it wasn't bursting with baskets of fruit or jars of jam. Instead, a row of clay pots lined the table. And right in the middle sat a plant that seemed to glow in the sunlight. Its leaves were bright but soft, oval-shaped with gentle teeth along the edges. The stems had the faintest tint of purple, and when the wind shifted, a strange, spicy-sweet aroma floated toward her, like a mix of mint, clove, and pepper. A handwritten sign read, Ocimum Sanctum, Holy Basil. Behind the table sat an elderly Indian woman with warm eyes and silver-threaded hair wrapped in a turquoise shawl. "Do you know Ocimum Sanctum?" the woman asked kindly. Emily tilted her head. "Is it like the basil my mom uses in pasta?" The woman chuckled softly. "Not quite. This is Tulsi, the queen of herbs. In India, it has been loved for thousands of years. It heals the body, calms the mind, and blesses the spirit." Emily leaned closer, drawn by the plant's unusual fragrance. She couldn't explain why, but it felt alive in a way her other plants didn't. Almost as if it were humming with quiet energy. "I think you should take one," the woman said, gently sliding the small clay pot toward her. "It will take care of you, if you take care of it." Emily smiled shyly, cradling the pot in her hands. She had no idea just how true those words would become. At home, Emily cleared a prime spot for the new plant in the center of her windowsill. She reread the little card that came with it. Loves warm sunlight, needs regular watering, but not too much, thrives in well-drained soil, pinch leaves often to encourage bushy growth. She whispered to herself, "Guess you'll be the queen of my window." Within days, Emily noticed something different. Her room seemed fresher, the air lighter. Every morning, when she opened her window, the Tulsi spicy sweet fragrance mingled with the breeze and it felt, she couldn't explain, cleaner. One evening, curious, Emily boiled a few leaves in water, remembering the market woman's advice. The tea was earthy, warm, and slightly peppery. She didn't expect much, but half an hour later, her racing thoughts about a history quiz seemed to quiet. It wasn't like caffeine. It was the opposite. Calm, grounding, almost like being hugged by the warm scent itself. Soon, Emily made Tulsi tea before volleyball practice or late-night study sessions. It became her secret ritual. One night, after finishing her tea, Emily opened her laptop. Ocimum Sanctum history, she typed. What she found fascinated her. Scientific name, Ocimum Sanctum or Ocimum tenuiflorum. Common name, Tulsi, meaning the incomparable one. Native land, the Indian subcontinent. History, cultivated for more than 3,000 years. In Hindu tradition, Tulsi wasn't just a plant, it was sacred. Many families kept a Tulsi plant in the center of their homes, often in a special raised platform, and performed daily prayers before it. Tulsi was believed to be the earthly form of a goddess, a symbol of devotion and protection. Emily paused, her tea mug in her hand. The idea that her little plant was worshipped across the world as holy felt extraordinary. She also learned about its science. Tulsi was rich in antioxidants and contained compounds like Eugenol and ursolic acid, which gave it antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and adaptogenic properties. Studies showed it could help reduce stress, support immunity, and even balance blood sugar. Emily's jaw dropped. So basically, I'm growing a natural pharmacy on my windowsill. The true test came during midterms. Emily caught a nasty cold, sore throat, pounding head, endless tissues. Normally, she would have powered through with cough drops and orange juice. But this time, she remembered her Tulsi research. She plucked a handful of leaves, rinsed them, and boiled them with fresh ginger and honey. The steam alone soothed her clogged nose. The tea calmed her throat, helped her sleep, and even eased her restlessness. She wasn't magically cured, but she bounced back faster than usual. Her mom noticed too. "Can you make me one of those teas? Work stress is killing me." That night, they sipped Tulsi tea together, both surprised at how quickly the warmth seemed to ease their tiredness. Emily realized something important. Tulsi wasn't just her little secret anymore. The Tulsi had grown tall and bushy with tiny purple flowers. On warmer afternoons, Emily placed it outside and bees quickly found it. She learned to pinch back flowers to keep the leaves healthy. Her best friend Chloe came over for a study session one snowy afternoon. "What's that smell?" Chloe asked, wrinkling her nose in curiosity. Emily grinned. "That, my friend, is Tulsi, my miracle plant." Chloe laughed. "Miracle plant? Yeah, try this." Emily handed her a steaming cup. Chloe took a sip, closed her eyes, and sighed. "Oh, wow. Okay, I get it. This is like cozy in a cup." She loved that Tulsi wasn't just a plant anymore. It was becoming a part of her friendships, her family, her daily life. When spring rolled around, Emily had an idea. She would use Tulsi for her school science fair project. Her title, Ocimum Sanctum, an ancient plant for modern wellness. She grew 3 Tulsi plants under different conditions. 1, bright, direct sunlight. 2, artificial grow lights. 3, partial shade. She measured their growth, leaf size, and even the oil content with help from her biology teacher. The results were clear. Tulsi thrived best in warm, direct sunlight with steady but moderate watering. The sun-grown plant had nearly double the oil content compared to the shaded one. Her presentation combined science with story, explaining Tulsi's cultural history, its sacred place in India, and her own personal experiences. Students crowded around her table, fascinated. By the end of the fair, several asked, "Where can I get one of these plants?" Emily realized she wasn't just caring for Tulsi anymore. She was sharing its story. That summer, Emily tried something new. She grew Tulsi from seeds in biodegradable pots. One by one, she gave them away, to her neighbors, her teachers, even the local librarian. Each time she said the same thing: "Take care of it, and it will take care of you." Watching the tiny green seedlings leave her hands felt strangely fulfilling. She wasn't just giving away plants. She was passing on centuries of wisdom in a simple, living form. As her high school years came to a close, Emily prepared to leave for college. She looked at her tall, thriving Tulsi and felt a pang of sadness. But instead of leaving it behind, she clipped a few flowers and carefully saved the seeds in an envelope. On the front, she wrote in neat letters, "Ocimum Sanctum, for my new home." She smiled, knowing she would carry Tulsi with her wherever life took her. Tulsi had taught her patience. It had shown her how something small, green, and unassuming could carry centuries of knowledge and healing. It had taught her that care, given daily, even in small amounts, could transform both plants and people. Emily's plant journal, her notes, scientific name, Ocimum Sanctum, Sin, Ocimum tenuiflorum, common name, Tulsi holy basil, origins, India, cultivated for 3,000 plus years. Appearance, green leaves with purple-tinted stems, small purple, white flowers, spicy sweet fragrance, flavor, peppery with hints of clove and mint. Cultural importance, sacred in Hinduism, kept in homes for daily prayers. Medicinal benefits, stress relief, immunity boost, respiratory health, blood sugar balance. Best growing conditions, 70 to 95 degrees hours, 6 to 8 hours of sunlight, well-drained soil. Harvest tip, pinch leaves regularly for bushy growth. Tea recipe, 4 to 5 leaves boiled in water, add ginger honey. Life lesson, daily care builds lasting growth. As Emily packed her bags for her new chapter in life, she knew Tulsi wasn't just a plant. It was a teacher, a healer, a quiet green friend who had bridged worlds between science and spirituality, between India and America, between care given and care received. Somewhere back at the farmer's market, the elderly woman in the turquoise shawl might have smiled knowingly. The little green miracle had found its perfect caretaker.